Tonight I am joined by Lazer, coming out of Vienna with their debut album Far Away, out via Stone Free Records. A record that feels less like a collection of songs and more like a full-blown sonic journey that is somewhere between crushing riffs and cosmic introspection.
Mate, how are you today, Lucas? How are you?
After hearing this intro, I'm feeling very good.
Yeah, hey, it is all true. I've actually been like obsessed with the album, and in particular the opener has just blown me away. Underwater is just amazing, and I've been like walking around the house singing it, and yeah, it's been stuck in my head. I'm absolutely enamored by it. I'll get into that stuff in a minute though, but how does it feel having the debut album about to drop?
And it's been such a wild ride. Like, we are preparing for this for the last 4-5 years now.
Yeah.
So when COVID hit, me and my best friend Lukas, his name is also Lukas, we wrote the songs and just were like, hey, sometimes in our lives, we will put this album out when we found the right people, when we can play the songs properly. And now, 5 years later, it's out. And I'm also obsessed with it. I'm so proud of it and so excited that it's out.
It is amazing. Like I said, I've been listening to it a lot. And like I said, in particular, Underwater, I just cannot stop listening to it. It is so catchy and hooky, and yeah. Now, the album really feels like a full-on journey rather than just a collection of songs. When you were writing it, was that intentional? Were you like deliberately writing an album, or were you kind of just writing songs and that's how it came out?
I think more of the second thing
Yeah.
you said. Like, we wrote the songs and then we put them in the order that we felt was right.
Yeah.
And like listening to a lot of Pink Floyd when we grew up and stuff, like they would always have this red line through their album. And I think that's unintentionally what we did. So yeah, I'm really glad that you feel like this, because when we play it live, our live show, it consists of the whole album, and we play it like it is on the record.
Yeah.
And I really felt it when we played it live for the first time. I was like, oh yeah, it's just never silent. It's just this whole journey. And yeah.
Yeah, you guys have got like this amazing like pop sensibility with these crazy catchy hooks in there, but you still maintain like this bottom heaviness and that low end there. Um Now these songs, they to me, I'm a musician as well, and have been
Awesome.
playing in bands for 30 years. Um, I really feel like these songs were really like your babies, like your children, and
Yeah.
you'd been caring for them for a long time now before you've recorded, and that makes so much sense now that you said like with that 5 years and the COVID there.
Yeah.
Um, so talk to me about the actual like recording experience. The production is absolutely amazing on there. Um, like I said, I'm in my little studio here, so like after the
Mhm.
first time I listened to it, the next time I listened to it, I sat down in here and put it through the monitors and really listened to it, and then like the next time was chucking headphones on and like diving into it. Um, I know you did like a lot of the production side of stuff yourself as well, and recording and
Yes.
stuff. Talk to me about the whole recording side.
Like my best friend, Luki, we've been together in this for the last 14 years or so. We grew up together, and back in the days when we were 14, 15, we were um, uh, like saying an oath to each other. Hey, sometimes in the future, we will be able to be like full on musicians, self employed, and do all the stuff together. And here we are now, self employed, full on musicians. And in the last 15 years, he grew to be like a recording engineer and a producer. And his dream was always to have this band where he does almost all the stuff
Yeah.
and it would sound good. And that's the album. Like he wrote 90% of the songs. He recorded everything except for the vocals of our lead singer. And I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him because, as you know, as a musician, the journey is a long one and it's a
Yeah.
hard one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's actually our debut album as a band, but also his debut album as a full-on producer and recording engineer. And we have another friend, Thomas Bröschel. He was the mixing and mastering engineer, and he recorded the vocals of Tanya. And that's where I knew, okay, it's gonna be a good album because it felt like this.
Yeah.
Working with him, it was such a flow. Like when you work with somebody and it's just a pain in the ass,
Oh
and
yeah.
you can't communicate properly, and the thing I say he won't understand, and that's the exact opposite with Thomas. It's like I don't even have to say anything, and he already knows how we want it to sound. So it was a collective effort, and I'm very proud of Lukas and Thomas.
Yeah. Did you record like the music side of stuff over a long time? Was it something that you spent a lot of time working on?
Me personally, I consider it a long time because we started recording drums and bass. Uh, I think it was February 2025.
Yeah.
And then we finished recording guitars and vocals and all the other stuff October
Okay.
2025. So the whole album took 1 year for recording, but I think it was active recording time 4 weeks max.
Okay.
Max.
Yeah, yeah. So
For,
not a huge amount of time. Yeah.
yeah,
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 that's
but hey, you have to get into it so much. Like Lucky always says, when he produces or records laser stuff, he has to shout out all the surroundings and he is just in the zone.
yeah.
And when you don't know him, I know him very well, but when you don't know him, you would think, nah, something's off. He's not feeling fine, but he's just in the zone.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah,
completely get that. And the guys in my band
yeah,
learned we're in the studio at the moment.
awesome.
Yeah, and I'm the vocalist. It's very heavy metal sort of stuff. If you can't tell
Nice.
by just looking at me. Uh, and at this last like going into the do vocals this last time, our producer really pushed me, and I was
Yeah,
very much like that. Everyone thought there was something wrong. Like, what's going on? There's something wrong with him. Like, and I was just
yeah,
quiet and getting prepped, and
yeah,
went in there and gave it everything I had.
yeah.
So I know that
Collect the
feeling
energy. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I know. So I know that feeling
yeah,
quite well. Um, it's a strange one. Artistic people are funny like that. We'll
yeah,
go very quiet or be
yeah,
very self-reflective and just sort of bring it all
yeah.
back
You have
in.
to be.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially in a recording setting, I feel it's such a vulnerable situation you're in
yeah.
because you're completely naked, just you with your instrument or your vocals, and when you hit record, you hear every
Oh, it's the
single
worst.
bit. It's the worst.
Yeah, yeah.
And my first situations recording wise, they were so bad. Like the producers didn't communicate well, and I didn't play as well, to be honest. And they were always like, you're dragging so much, play faster, blah, blah. And I thought I was a shit guitarist. But now recording with Lukas, my best friend, he knows exactly how to talk to me. And it was such a nice situation. And I can't wait to record again with him because you just have this bottom line friendship, and nothing he says is personal. It's just for the sake of the record. So that helps me a lot.
Yeah, I love that. Now, like speaking of that, have you got new music that you're working on or anything like that? Is that something that's planned at the moment, like more recording time and getting something else out?
I would say so, yes.
Yeah,
Like when we put the album out, it was 7th of March, I think, and we knew we wanted to play live with it. And I'm currently booking the fall winter tour, and we have some festivals coming up. But I I I know how important it is to just be working, to have a
Yeah.
steady workflow. And the first song of the new album is already done in our heads, and we are already playing it live sometimes. And it will be a banger. It will be, how would you say, um like in Pokemon
Yeah.
when they
I love this.
level 2, level 3, when
Yeah.
it's just progressing. And that will be the second album. It will be more grown up. Like, yeah, yeah, it's gonna be
I'm
awesome.
excited. I'm excited.
I'm
Uh,
excited too. I hope we can
yeah.
hit the studio in fall
Yep.
2026, but I'm pretty positive.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. And I would love to see you guys live. How is that like? How's the live scene going for you? And are you getting like, are you doing a lot of touring and doing all that sort of stuff?
Like, I'm the booker of the band. That's my second job, so to speak. Like, and the shows we play are all very there's a lot of people attending and they love it, so that's great.
Yeah,
And Austria is not big at all. So 1 week of touring and you saw all of Austria.
yeah,
So we're focusing on Germany, and the German heavy psych market is pretty big.
yeah.
So I'm yeah, it's going good. I think we can play 1.5, 2 week tour in October.
Awesome.
And yeah,
That's the best. That's my favorite thing
yeah.
ever is just getting out on the road and being on tour.
Like, just take your seat in the bus
Yeah,
and let's go.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, sometimes it sucks as well.
yeah.
You're not
It
having a
has
good
to
time.
suck.
But yeah, yeah, that's right.
It has to suck for it to feel good again.
Exactly, exactly. I love that. Oh, that's awesome. Now, the whole stoner and psychedelic whole thing has had a real connection to like drug and cannabis culture.
Yeah.
Now, your music really feels more like awareness and consciousness rather than escapism. Has that been something that's been deliberate? Like, um,
Awesome. I
yeah,
love that you say that, Ella, because myself, I was I was struggling with alcohol
yeah,
and weed a lot, struggling more with alcohol, and I was smoking pot like a chimney, and I just knew, hey, fuck, I have to decide between do I want to live my life more consciously, put the work in, and really get the reward,
yeah,
or do I want to smoke pot every single hour of the day? So 3 years ago, I started therapy, and I'm straight edge ever since.
yeah,
And the music helped me so much, not to escape from my demons, but to really feel them and
yeah.
reconnect with who I am without the drugs and the weed and the beer. And so I love that you say that, because that's what I hate, when stoner bands are like, nah, if you're not high, you cannot enjoy our music. Like, then it's just shit music. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I love that. I always had like people that'd say that about like I love going to raves and stuff like that. But you get a lot of
yeah,
people that'd be like, I can't go to a rave unless I'm like off my head on drugs. And I'm like, well, you just
yeah,
don't, you're not enjoying the music then.
yeah, that's it.
Like,
That's it.
you're not gonna have a good
And
time.
yeah, like the first few months, actually the first year when I was sober, uh, it was so hard for me because I was so anxious to lose the connection to my friends on the stage and to the music.
Mm,
But the first gig we played, it was it was so much better for me in my heart, because I could connect so much more with the audience and
yeah,
wasn't so entrapped in myself. Like, I wasn't covered in the weed fog. Yeah,
that's
so
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
and like,
yeah,
yeah, I really meant that though. The music really does have this real strong, um, like there is no like escapism there. It is this real awareness and consciousness sort of thing there. So yeah. I love that. And I'm a massive fan of like Stoner Doom in particular. And so a
Yeah,
lot of that stuff is just like, it's so down and depressing and
yeah,
like, but it's heavy and brutal.
yeah,
And I loved that, like listening to the album, there are moments when you get that bottom end kick in and you're just like, oh, the shit, there it is. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, but like we said before, sometimes touring feels shit, but that's okay because then it can feel good again.
Yeah.
And that's for me, music in particular, in general, because when I listen to, I don't know, Belzebong or Monolord, hey, they are so heavy.
I love that you
Like,
threw Beelzebub out there because they're my
oh,
favorite band at the moment. So so
they're so
good.
heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so heavy. But for me, for music to feel really heavy, it sometimes has to feel really light.
Oh, you have to have
And
that. Yeah, the light and
yeah,
shade. Yeah.
and yeah, and that was for me the thing with Laser. I want to have passages where it's just ripping your face off, but in the verse, hey, we're tickling you and we're cuddling, and yeah,
Yeah. No, I love that. You have to have that light and shade because without it,
yeah,
that heavy just doesn't have the same impact.
yes, it's
Yeah.
all pressure and release, and yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Now when you're writing, is it about the emotion? Like I really feel like you're like an emotional like artist. I am as well. When I'm
yeah,
writing lyrics and often when I'm writing guitar riffs as well, I'm writing like not just from the heart, but from like everything.
yeah,
Um, yeah. Are you the same? Are you like I really feel like you're someone that like you don't
yeah,
just connect to the music, you feel the music and live through it. So
yes. Like I'm always joking with Luki. We write the best music when life is super shit,
yeah,
and I feel
that's
that
true.
very much. Like when you lose someone you love, or when somebody struggles, or I am struggling. Hey, you just sit down with your guitar, and you don't even like I don't even intentionally channel the emotion,
Yeah.
but I just play and you know, as a musician, you sit down and play the same thing every time you sit down. But sometimes you just break through a wall and it's something so different. And
Yeah.
then I know, okay, gotta hit record and, and do it. Yeah.
I've learned that the hard way as well to always have the ability to hit record straight away.
Yes, it
Um,
was a learning process for me as
yeah,
well.
there's a lot of lost riffs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm not so good with writing whole songs. Like Lucky, when he has an idea, it's not just an idea, it's a whole song from start to
yeah,
finish. And he sits down and records the music from his head into the box. And I'm like, okay, this riff is sick. I'm gonna puke it in my Mac in GarageBand, drop it on Google Drive, and tell Lucky, hey, there's a riff. If you wanna do anything with it, feel free.
yeah,
So I'm more of an idea guy, and Lucky is more of a song guy.
yeah. I completely understand that because I'm not a song guy at all, even though I write a lot of songs. And for
Yeah,
me, I will sit down with a drum beat and a riff and write the riff, and
yeah,
then kind of go, what do I feel like it's meant to go into next?
yeah,
What
yeah,
do I think the next riff's going to be? Oh, I think it's going to be, oh, yeah, that's what it is.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
and then
for
suddenly
me,
you've
it's
got a
like,
chorus, and you're like, well, we go back
yeah,
to the verse now, I guess. And
yeah. And when I write a whole song, uh, it's just verse, chorus, verse,
yeah,
chorus, sometimes a bridge. And then Lucky writes a song, and it's just, oh, yeah, there's another dimension I cannot produce myself.
yeah,
So he's he's very instrumental in in the music of Laser.
it's it's amazing when you've got a super talented musician that
Yeah,
just throws stuff at you like that. I'm in the same boat. I've got a guitarist that is just blows me away. And will
yeah.
write these songs and won't tell anybody. He'll be sitting there writing a song for 3 or 4 months quietly, and he's like, "Hey boys, new song, it's finished." Like, what the hell?
Awesome,
Where did this come
awesome,
from? It's amazing.
awesome.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
like, here you go,
Luki's
man,
like
write some
that as
lyrics.
well.
Yeah. Oh,
God,
I love it. Yeah.
Luki's like that as well. He's like, I may have a new idea, and then 2 months after, hey guys, check out this Google Drive link. It's our new song, and
Yeah.
we're like, what the fuck? Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I love it. And it's always, you get the email come through. You won't even say anything. You'll just see an email sometimes, and you're like, oh, I haven't had one of these for a
Yes,
while. Yes.
yes.
Yeah,
But
it's a good
yeah,
feeling.
musicianship is, I think, it doesn't even depend on a genre. You just have to be fucking good.
Yeah.
Nowadays, especially, you just have to be fucking good and authentic,
Yeah.
and that has
Authentic
to
is
be
the
the
big one.
base. Yeah, yeah. You don't maybe even have to be so good. You just have to be yourself
Yeah.
in an authentic way.
Yeah.
And even if you play like not as good, it's nice. And I hope that we could lay a fundament of authenticity with our debut album.
Yeah.
For
Like I said, I'm absolutely enamored by the album. And like as soon as we finish talking, I know I'm going to hit play and listen to Underwater again. Um, now I always finish these up with just some quick fire questions. This is kind of off the top of your head, bit of fun. Feel free to expand on stuff if you want to as well. So who is your favorite artist of all time?
Oh, can I name two?
Certainly can.
It has to be Pink Floyd,
Yeah.
just for everything they ever did, and probably Elder as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
hey, Nick DiSarro, what a fucking
Yeah.
genius!
Oh yeah.
Wow,
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah.
What
So
was the first band or artist that made you go, I love music. This is for me.
what got me into music was metal because of
Yes.
my older brother.
Yeah.
He was so much into death metal and black metal.
Yeah.
So I went the same way and I
Yeah.
loved it, the energy and everything. But then I heard Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon the first time, and I knew I don't love music. I have to devote my life to music
Yeah.
because it's so good. Really, it was the same the first time I smoked weed too, and I just felt like hovering above my bed for the whole hour. So I think Pink Floyd was
Yeah.
this one moment in particular was what made me who I am today.
I love that because my story is the opposite. With musical styles, like my first album that I fell in love with was Paul Simon Graceland. And I listened to it nonstop. Mum and dad had the record, and then yeah, discovered metal and was like, I have to be in a band, and
Nice.
I have to do this.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love metal. But the
yeah,
energy, it's just something else when I listen to Lamb of God or something like that. Oh, it's just it drives me so much forward and yeah,
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I love that you're dropping names like Lamb of God around as well. That's awesome.
Gotta
Um,
have it.
yeah, yeah. Who's your favorite heaviest band then?
Hey, it has to be Lamb of God.
Nice,
It's
nice.
it's my favorite metal band of all times. Mark Morton on the guitar. He's
Yeah.
such a nice guy. You look like his cousin, to be honest. He's such a good guitar player, and not just in metal, but in blues as well.
Yeah.
But I'm also very much into Decapitated, the
Oh,
Polish
nice.
band,
Yeah.
tech death metal.
Yeah, yeah. I know Decapitated. Awesome.
Whoa, whoo, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
brutal.
I'd stick with these two.
Yeah, nice. I love that. I love that. For me, it's too hard. There's so many metal bands that I could pick
Yeah,
from that I just love, and it's for me, it's like I dive into subgenres of different metal. But
yeah, of course.
all-time favorite artist for me would be Prince. I absolutely love Prince. So, yeah, put something a
Hmm.
bit different out there. Um,
Hmm.
what would be the most unexpected thing that you're listening to at the moment?
Sierra Farrell from Nashville, Tennessee.
Nice.
Hey, she's such a nice Americana bluegrass folk
Yeah,
artist. I love her. She's
yeah, that's
like
awesome.
a fairy with her outfits and such a nice voice. And I'm very much into bluegrass and Americana. So yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, last question. If far away was a place, what would it look like?
I think like Middle Earth from
Yes.
Lord of the
Yes.
Rings. Yeah, yeah. Like just you walk once through Middle Earth. Yeah,
I love that. I love that. And hopefully like end up back at the Shire at the end.
I hope so too. Not in Mordor.
Yeah. Mate, thank you so much for your time tonight. I really, really appreciate it.
Ah, man, thank you. Hey,
No, not a problem.
It was so exciting for me to be here, and I just love how two completely different dialects are sounding together.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's so funny.
The album is absolutely amazing. It is out via Stone Free Records. People, make sure you get out there and listen to it. It is phenomenal. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what is coming next from you guys. I'm assuming you've got are you dropping like more singles from the album coming up?
Yes, we're gonna focus on content rather than full singles.
Yeah.
So we are filming all of our live shows at the moment.
Oh, awesome.
So after the tour, we're just gonna dump a lot of tour content and
Yeah. I was gonna say,
promote.
I would love to see
Yeah.
Underwater live. That'd be a highlight for me.
Hey, when we come to Australia, I will
Yes.
hit you up, brother.
Yes, yes. Well, we will have to speak before then. If you guys are coming out here at some stage, we will definitely speak before then and catch up. And then when you're here,
Awesome.
we can have a good time as well.
It's just an 18-hour flight.
That's
so
nothing at all. It's not a huge commitment at all. Yeah, nothing.
awesome.
Yeah, we'll get some we'll ride some kangaroos or something while you're here.
Oh, can't wait. Can't let koala.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Is there anything else you want to say before we finish up?
Thanks for doing what you're doing. It's awesome.
Oh, thank
So
you for
just
putting out an amazing album.
Keep on doing. Awesome. And
Okay.
thanks for talking to me and giving me an opportunity to talk about my life and music.
Oh, anytime. And yeah, if you guys have ever got anything coming out or anything like that, please hit me up. We'll definitely have to chat again.
Of course.
Yeah. Even if it's we're just going on tour or something. Yeah. Give me a buzz.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
We'll hang out. Lukas, thank you so much. You have a fantastic day and I'll talk to you again soon.
Bye.
Most voll.